There we are. Hello, darlings, and a very warm welcome indeed to Friday Night Live, where we are going to be too bloody cold. That's what we're going to be. I've turned the heating up, sod it. I work hard. I refuse to be cold in my own home just because I'm poor. Oh, dear me. Sod it. The heating was on 18 degrees. I walked in here and I'm cold, so I ramped it up a bit. Can I afford it? No. Do I care? No. I don't mind being cold while I'm asleep and I've got the covers over me. I don't mind being cold during the day when I can put me big winter jumper on, and I can tell you, darlings, I have deployed the big winter jumper. But I'm not being cold for this. I'm going to have 1 hour with the heating at what other people would think is normal or probably too low. I've put it up to 20, darlings, and it's staying at 20 until the end of this live stream. Oh, it's cold, it's bloody cold. Anyway, we are going to wave away the week that was, and we're. Oh, I should have done my Roger Melly, shouldn't I? I might. We've got the Pachu and Bosch to finish. I might adopt the Roger Melly beginning. Hello, good evening, and bollocks. I quite like that. I loved Roger Melly, the man on the telly. For those who don't know who Roger Melly is, Roger Melly was a character in Viz, which is a cartoon book for adults. Or adults with minds of children, and he was one of the characters, Roger Melly, the man on the telly. But they did, at some, I don't know when it was, late 80s maybe, something like that, they did a televisation, if that's the right word, probably isn't, like an animated television thing of some of the Viz characters. They did to the best of my knowledge, they did the Fat Slags, Sid the Sexist, and the one that I watched, Roger Melly, the man on the telly. And Roger Melly was played fantastically by Peter Cook, and every other voice was played by Harry Enfield. Absolutely brilliant. But I love that. Hello, good evening, and bollocks. Greetings, honourable community, is our other greeting, of course. Oh, hello, good evening. I just like that. Right then, darlings, I'm not going to witter on endlessly tonight because there'll be messages in there saying he's still doing the opening bit and he's been going for 37 minutes and 22 seconds. So I'll have a goodly slurp of my wine, darlings, which I'm so looking forward to. And then I will dive straight into your massages. And oh, yeah, normal rules apply. Let's talk about our day, what we've been eating. Send me a voice note, ask me a Hedgehog of Truth question, whatever you want to do. Oh, another, right, the flowers have had it. Look, it's 2 weeks tomorrow, and yeah, they're literally falling apart. Right, drink. Your very good health. Bottoms up yours, and please, above all, get stuffed. It's becoming very abusive, these live streams, aren't they? Shut up and drink. Just having a bit of me time there. Marvellous. Now, our first cab off the rank tonight was none other than the utterly delicious Carol C. Me again, she said, like a limpet on the hull of a boat. I just keep turning up, and we are delighted that you do. Excuse me. A very quick wine burp there. Hope everyone's day has been okay, goes on Carol. But tonight is going to be fan-dabby dozy with Boaty in the community. It will indeed. Emma is here, the M11, Emma Lemon, Mimi LeBonk, and I am the iceberg in the hull of the boat, here to bring you all down. Nonsense, piffle and nonsense. We are here to raise you up, hopefully. Don't suppose today's been any better, MZ? Shit, sorry. Good evening, everybody, goes on Emma. Hope your days have been simply spiffing. Gosh, it's very quiet in here. Is there a party that nobody told us about, Carol? And then Peter P rocked up. Good evening, Boggs and Boaty. Ah, Peter is here, said Emma. 2 girls and 2 guys. At least that means we can have a foursome. Who was the other guy? Who was the other guy? Because only Peter P had said anything at that point. So I'm interested, Emma, as who the other chap was. Oh, for God's sake, it's Friday, innit, says Emma. 11:30 start. I forgot and thought it was an 11 start and was wondering where everybody is. Right, I shall go back to what I was doing then and catch you later. Steve Colg is with us and says, a sexy single blonde-haired woman, 4 doors up, asked to borrow my hammer today, Boaty. Well, in the local shop next door to the DIY one, do you think she needs a nail in? She's a cross between Nina Harley and Myra Hindley. No idea who either of those people are. If she gives the hammer back with blood on, I'm going to say you should have buried it. That joke goes both ways. P.S. She's always got those cycling pants on. You know, the ones... Oh, you know the ones. Right, well, if that had been me, Steve, I don't know if you're single or not, but if you're a single chap and I had been you, then I would have offered myself along with the hammer. I'm quite handy with DIY, my lovely. Is there a job you need a hand with, kind of thing? Never hurts to chance your arm, darlings. If Trace is here tonight, goes on Steve, tell her I'm on the farm. It's all bullshit. A few pigs and the cock's gone missing. I'm here, says Carol C, but I don't know for how long. Boaty, Hedgehog of Truth question. Oh, good. What is your worst vice? The community can join in and answer the Hedgehog of Truth question as well. Well, do please answer it. What is your worst vice? I am obliged to answer this honestly, so I will. In my opinion, I don't have any vices. That is the simple truth. Now, other people might think I have vices. I drink, I smoke, I gamble when I've got money to do it with. I have podgered outside of wedlock. What else? I use bad language. And other people might, I'm arrogant, self-centered, narcissistic, and other people might say, well, those are vices, Boaty. But I don't think they are. I think they are all positive traits of my personality and lifestyle, and I can defend each and every one of them as such. I certainly don't think of them as vices or in any way negative. So that is my genuinely honest answer to that question. I don't consider that I have any vices, but other people might well think differently, and I will be interested to hear your answers. Hello, Peter P. And and Bad Books. Bad Books joined us. Hello, Peter P. and Bad Books. Good to see you, says Carol. Shut that door. Everard, look at the monkey there. Simone is with us. And Matron. Evening all. I'm not long back from my Rochdale round trip. Up by train, back by Rover 25. Indeed. I hope you had a great journey in the new conveyance, a rather splendid car. I was fond of that one. And I'm glad it's gone to a good home because it came from a lovely home They were the nicest of people. And it's a really interesting little car, incredibly low mileage, phenomenal history file with it, and some unique aspects to it. That will be a very good steed for you for years to come. And I hope you had a good initial journey and bonding session with it. And as I say, I'm delighted that that one's remaining in the inner scrotum of the community, and hopefully it will go on to live its best life. Did Mustard remember to give you the handbook, Tracy? Asks Emma. Andrew Buttigieg joined us and greeted everybody by name. Peter P says, was the parcel shelf present, matron? Yeah, don't go there. Don't go. That shenanigans has cost me my road trip to Snowdonia on Monday. In fairness, it probably wouldn't have happened anyway, because I don't think I can afford it. I had to pay in every last penny into the bank today. Literally, I went to work with nothing, no money. Well, only coin money, no note money, bank up to the limit, all of that kind of thing. My shopping today, darlings, because I've had no food in the house. I've eaten the house out of food. It's been real Mother Hubbard stuff. So obviously I've got my staff curry for supper. I'm not going to die of starvation. I had Ram's noodles for lunch today. This was my shopping. Literally one item, one tin of baked beans, 40 pence. Genuinely, that was my shopping. I'm utterly skint, and that's going to be. We're back to Boaty's Saturday brunch tomorrow. I missed it last week, so I was all busy setting up for the car swap and all of that kind of thing. But there will be a Saturday brunch tomorrow, and it's going to be the poverty edition, because my Boaty's Saturday brunch tomorrow is going to be good old beans on toast. When everybody would say I should have put cheese on it, or Tabasco in it, or Worcester sauce, or something or other. I'm not gonna. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing beans on toast needs is plenty. The live stream tickle. Let's see if wine helps. It never hurts. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing the beans on toast needs is beans, toast, lashings of butter, and loads and loads of pepper. And that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. But you and the rest of the world will have the opportunity to tell me that I'm wrong and how I should have done it. And when I say the rest of the world, I mean the 24 people who might actually watch the video. Matron says hello to everybody. Pocahontas 100 is here. Good evening, Boaty, and everyone in the chat. Hope you all had a good day. That's very kind. We hope you had a good one too. Simone says my heating is off. Why? Why is your heating off? It's a cold night. What's it all about? Hedgie, says Alan Simpson. Batman Rubin is with us, channel member now. All right, people. I do indeed have the handbook, says Matron, and I can confirm that I haven't yet spotted that the parcel shelf is missing. Mark Passad joined us. How wonderful. Good evening, Boaty, and good evening, chat. Greetings, honourables, says Alan. Greetings to you. Thanks for the free membership again. You are very, very welcome indeed, as were the other four. What's with the Lego bricks in the yard, says Steve Cole? What, the new retaining wall thing? Sid the sexist is well funny, says Batman Rubin. I'll read pet titsuit. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, who's just done a thing? The captain's blog has sent. Oh gosh, that's exceedingly kind. A super sticker from the captain's blog. How lovely. Oh, thank you very much indeed. That's really very kind. Where did I? Oh, now then. Good evening, Boaty and all in chat, says Trisha Alderman. Hello, Trisha, and hello to Paul. So glad that you're hopefully on the road to being fully recovered from that nasty lurgy. Buster Gonad, says Andrew Buttigieg. Yeah, another of his character, Buster Gonad and his unfeasibly large testicles, which is just the best name for a comic strip ever. Oh dear. I have been at work, says Batman Rubin, had chicken Kiev for dinner. I watched Tasty Classics' latest video where he looked around the Rimmers Brothers warehouse full of MG Rover parts. It's huge. Chinese takeaway tonight, as per Facebook message, says Alan, and it was stupendous. Now, I've just had a male stroke female duet off with Mrs. S. We took it in turns to pick a glorious Roy Orbison KD Lang finish. Ah, okay. Yeah, they did. I can't remember what it was they did, but one of the proper classics, classic Orbison tracks. Crying or Pretty Woman or one of them. If I don't say much tonight, says Simone, it's because I'm in a foul mood. Well, do say something if it would help you, Simone. We're all here for you. Oh, excuse me. Diane Sturdy is with us. Good evening, lovely people. Ah, right. An answer from Emma. Emma says, when I said two girls and two guys, that was including you, Boaty, because I thought it was just going to be... The perils and joys of live broadcasting, darlings. Burps, hiccups, tickles in throat. It's a trying business. Because I thought it was just going to be the four of us on the live stream. I'm lucky to have the internet, says Steve Cold. She meant you, Boaty, you dolly, says Peter P. Yeah, but I wasn't there, was I? That's the point. I'm single and you're sober, says Steve Cold. Oh, right. We've got some messages, darlings. Let's have a look at them. We've got a messenger message from the lovely John Studley, who sent me a voicemail earlier. Hang on. We've got this message from Konchenkov Roman. Hello, please advise me. I'm now looking for a sponsor. No options yet. I'm from Ukraine. Due to the situation in Ukraine, my house was destroyed, and I'm now would like new opportunities for life. Could you advise me in this regard? Right, I think that might have been sent to me in my role as having a Facebook group and whatnot that facilitates sponsorship of Ukrainian refugees. I don't. That may not have been intended for this live stream. Whereas this one was, hey Jason, hope all is well after your night at the restaurant, and hope Ram and the gang are all okay. I did leave a voice note on here. Hope you enjoyed it, and hello to all in the community tonight, John. Hello, John. Oh, and before I forget, Ram sends his love to everybody in the community. I will play the message that John left me earlier for your delectation.
Jason, mate, just a quick voice clip. I got my voice back now. I lost my voice for a couple of days. I was all bunged up and got a bit of a cough still, but I'm all right. Just a quick voice clip to say that I was watching the live last night, but I didn't join in. But I was there in spirit, so I was around, and it was nice to see all the different people on the chat last night. It was good fun actually. When about the Carol Ann bit, I found that pretty funny. To be fair, I was laughing. Hope you're doing okay. You're not working too hard. I've got no plans for weekend as yet, so I'm just gonna chill. I think the weekend and just relax. I'm probably going for a walk if I can, because I want to get myself fit again, and I want to try and get and make a few more YouTube videos because I don't make many, and the ones I do make seem to do quite well. So a lot more one to when I was in Skegness and Chapel. That did really well. I got 2 new subscribers for that one, so I did well out of that one. I'm on 87 subs now, so I'm nowhere near you, but you know I don't expect to be honest. I'm not a mega star like you. Just thought I'd, like I said, just have a catch up really and see if he's okay. Hope Emma's feeling a bit better and more with it. I did message her, but she hasn't messaged me back, so that's fine. As long as she's okay, that's what matters really. I'd send my regards to Mr. Mustard on having Stigbert. Yeah, I'd love to have had him, but I can't afford to buy Stigbert. Money is really tight, as you know. I just haven't got the funds for that kind of thing. I'd love to have a Rover, probably an MG, but no, I just can't afford them at the moment, mate. Anyway, I'll let you go and I'll speak to you soon, mate. Sorry, mate.
Oh, that was lovely. I did listen to that earlier on today, as soon as it was sent, but I thought I'd hold off and keep it for the live stream tonight and respond to it in person. Megastar, God Almighty! But congrats on your extra subscribers, and you're kind of ploughing towards the 100, aren't you? And I can remember just how big a deal subscriber number 100 was. I was so excited to get to 100. It felt like a massive thing, and it was a massive thing. And if your videos are getting good responses, John, do make some more of them. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's for those of you who don't do any of your own content, it can be incredibly addictive. It can be disheartening when stuff dies on its bum. But when you get 1 or 2 that do okay, and you get nice comments and a few people actually watch them, then it really is quite an addictive thing. I've got another voice note for you, darlings, and this one is, oh, it's a voice that you will all recognize and we all welcome.
Good evening, sir. Did you manage to sort the SIM card out on your second attempt? And
Good question.
how's your day been, sir? See you guys around the neighborhood. Mr. Parry from Pulse and the Whittle. Thank you.
Oh gosh, that was short and sweet. That was short and sweet from the lovely Mr. Parry. Spoiler alert for tomorrow's video, but yeah, I did get the SIM card sorted. I haven't had time to. It's not showing us any kind of fault. So what I need to do the next time I'm playing with Officer Crabtree is try calling him, because he should now be fully operative. He should have a telephone number. And I also, and I'm rather proud of this, I got my headlamp sorted. I didn't get the side lamp sorted, but that was less important. But I did get the headlamp done. £7 bleeding 50 for a bloody headlamp bulb. Oh, that hurt. That stung. Oh, but I got it done, so I was able to drive tonight. I washed JJ. Not the best wash that he's ever had, but he was so filthy. And I've kind of had a productive day. Really, my loves. Yeah, I kind of have. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this positivity going. So Steve Colger pointed out that he's single and I'm sober. Yeah, not for much longer, matey. Diane Sturdy joined us, of course. Emma, your supper this evening looked lovely, says Mark. Oh, I haven't seen it. Hot vice, what was it? Hot vice for me, says Alan. All of the shortbread, Carol, in answer to Carol's question. Dinner was pasta and Chianti, says Carol C. I sold a lot of Rioja tonight. I've got a really good Rioja in. And I think I sold out of it. Uh, the wine company, our wine suppliers, the normal Rioja was out of stock. So I negotiated an alternative, which is a significantly better wine. It's a crianza, which from memory means that it's been aged in a wood oak barrel for a minimum of 1 year, as opposed to the standard Rioja, which is just unaged, brand new. I went on a course in Spain to learn about red wine. Um, I don't drink it, I can't drink it, but I wanted to learn about it. So I knew what wine to get the artist formerly known as Mrs. Boaty, who was a red wine drinker. And I'm sure Crianza means that it's been aged in wood. And then there's another, is it Grand Reserva? I think it is, that means it's been aged for a certain number more years. One of you lot will probably know, I've forgotten. But I got this replacement Rioja, which is a significantly better wine. Um, and I negotiated it at the same price as the wine that we normally get. So I've kept it at the same price um, on our carte des vins, or wine list, if you prefer. And I just tell you, when regulars have come in, I've had a quiet word and said, look, I've snaggled this rather good Rioja, and it's performing above the price point, if you know what I mean. So if you're going to have a bottle, then go for the Rioja, and you always look after your regulars, don't you? If somebody's going to benefit from a wine upgrade, a free wine upgrade, you want it to be the people that support you regularly. Yeah, and I think that I've shifted the whole lot of it now. Certainly, there was one party tonight who polished off 3 bottles of it on their own. There were more than 3 people, so. So Carol's dinner was pasta and Chianti. Thank you, Mark, says Emma. It was blooming delicious, actually. I still don't know what it was. I have a rusty vice in the shed. Does that count? Says Jimmy F500. I don't think I welcomed you, did I? Can we expect a video of the collection caper, matron? Asked Peter P. You can indeed, says matron. Yeah, it will be a non-stop, unedited video of the drive from Rochdale to London with no voice whatsoever. I've seen matron's videos. I know how they work. The tasty blue one, matron, says Alan. I'd have been tempted myself if I had the space. Right, I'm being pinged left, right, and centre here. Oh, the picture of Emma's dinner. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. Oh, okay. Well, I would know it was yours from the plate. Oh, that does look. God, I would eat that. And that's saying something. That does indeed look fantastic. It looks like some form of chicken curry with pilau rice, I'm guessing. And then it looks like chopped fresh tomato and, oh, God knows, mango chutney, something like that. And then it looks like fresh coriander. Looks like it's dressed with fresh coriander. Looks very good anyway. And then we've got some more words from the lovely Mr. Parry.
That was nice to hear John on the phone, sir.
It was.
Sorry, the last one was a bit short, sir. But I did have my telly on in the background, and I didn't want it to get too much on the live screen. I hope Emma's getting a bit better. And have you bought your engagement ring yet for the Catalan?
Not entirely.
No problem, sir. Have a good evening, and I hope you spoke to your bosses and maybe decided to move or give the option to the landlord. We'll give you a week to sort it out, or give him a cheeky offer.
We've
Well,
been
buying
talking
the
a
place.
lot about that tonight. A lot.
All right, no problem, sir. Thank you very much. Mr. Parry from Porcelain, the Whittle over and out. Sir. Sorry, the most important thing, people, please hit the like button. Thank you very much. To let you know, I've described to John Stoley now, sir, so you can pass the message. I hope other people describe them as well, sir.
Yeah, we spoke a lot tonight about our options. Again, it's kind of a frustration because we might have some influence, but ultimately it's down to Bish. Now then. The thing with Bish is that we very rarely see him. When we see him, things will happen. When we don't, we just get forgotten about. Now, Ram has got a family occasion down in London, and he's going to be away for quite a few days. This is coming up in the next week or two, and Bish is going to be standing in. Bish is going to be chefing at our place, and that means that he can't escape from me. So if anything's going to happen, that's going to be the time. I got really frustrated again, turned up at work today. It's all blacked out upstairs, nothing going on. That's a week where there's been nothing going on. The head honcho, the builder, head honcho builder guy gave us his number. Call me directly, any problems. Vishnu called him. When is our ceiling being done? It will be done by Thursday. Yeah, well, it's Friday now, and upstairs is deserted. Absolutely deserted. I honestly think, the way I feel at the moment is that, okay, with my family business head on, then I think that Kathmandu Gurkha Ripley is belittling the brand, and I think that if we have a second and going on to have a third or fourth restaurant, they need to be the same standard as Claycross, the original, and Ripley is not, and it cannot, as long as the situation regarding the building is as it is. And, you know, I think I've discussed it at length on live stream and video. I think sell the lease or even just walk away from the lease, and start somewhere better where we own it, and go that way. With my personal head on, I'm kind of coming to the end of my tether with it all. And I seem to have been living on hope and expectation whilst actually living in poverty and accruing debt for too long. So I'm genuinely thinking now that with my personal me head on, that I'm going to give it until the end of this year. And if the situation is still as it is, if I don't have a full-time job within the company, if I'm not being paid properly, if it's still just all expectation or hope or promise, then at the end of the year, hard for me to say this, but I feel like I'm just going to walk. I'm going to walk. I've got nothing to walk to, but as long as I'm just paddling along, hoping or expecting that something is going to change or believing in the promises or whatnot. I've been with that company for 8 years. 8 years. And honestly, yeah, I think end of the year, if if the situation is the same as it is now at this moment in time, nothing definite, nothing positive, nothing delivered, just whatever. Fuck it. I'm going to say good luck, guys, and I'm just going to walk. I've got no idea what I'll do. No idea what I'll do at all. Look for another job. Take a massive gamble and try and make YouTube a full-time job and try and learn how to make videos that people actually watch and make money. I don't know. But it's been so long of just, this, that, and then this bloody Airbnb business, and I'm so frustrated by not being able to control any of this that I would rather risk total ruin, which would be not being able to pay my rent and homelessness and all of that, just to have things within my control. So, yeah, if the situation is like this on December the 31st, 2024, then I honestly think that I'll walk. And I'll tell them this as well. That's a discussion I'll have with Vishnu when I've got him as a captive audience and he's behind the stove and he can't run away from me. And then we really will see what's what. Does Mustard remember Tyler Kennedy? The guy who drowned on the canal boat while Tracy was in the crowd nest looking for Tesco's. I don't know what Mustard remembers or doesn't. I've never heard of him. My vice, says Carol C, is I've watched Neighbours since it started in the 1980s. Is that a vice or is that a pleasure? I don't know. When is O'Reilly starting on the new B&B? Well, that's supposed to be next year, but again, that one is within the control of the company. That would be the other option that I discussed earlier, where I just give up on Ripley, move to Clay Cross and get things moving and shaking with the upstairs there. And I need more control. That is so. It's really frustrating. Why have we not opened a dark kitchen in South Sheffield? That would make so much money. It would make so much money, and we're being overtaken. We were the original Gurkha brand. Now there's a bloody Gurkha restaurant everywhere. They copy our menus, they copy our names, they copy bloody everything, and they're popping up all over the shop, and we're being left behind. We've got a really good brand and we're fucking it up. We're fucking it up with a restaurant in a building that is simply not fit for purpose. And we're fucking it up by going to sleep and not doing. We're within striking distance of Sheffield, a vibrant, multicultural city with not one single Nepalese restaurant in there. Why are we not in there? Nobody listens to me. Ram's noodles as opposed to ramen noodles. Indeed. Paul French is with us. Hi, Boaty. I'm also in Chesterfield. Good man. Or commiserations. No, Chesterfield's all right. Perfectly nice place. Boaty, do you not have a fireplace in the cottage? No, Simone. Not. No, the chimneys are there, but the fireplaces have been blocked off. There were two fireplaces here. I've got 2 chimneys, but they're both blocked off. My vice, says Andrew, is I like big doings. Big. Beans with some butter and black pepper in it. Yummy, says Batman Rubin. Yep, totally. I love beans by the side of the toast, says Diane Sturdy. Can't do with the soggy bottom. Oh, I like the soggy bottom. Don't forget to leave a like, says Mark Passad. It would be greatly appreciated. My percentage is plummeting. Thank Crunchy, it's Friday, says Ian Hulley. Hope everyone is chipper and looking forward to the weekend. And the captain's blog, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Hellish Crusade says, good evening, Boaty from Hellish Crusade. Another new name. Well, good evening to you. Welcome. Cheers. I hope you are well. Thank you for being here. I did a bog standard chicken chow mein for myself and number one son, says Mark Passad. I do love a stir fry. Good man. The captain's blog. He's got another channel, says Steve Cold. Oh, it was crying, says Alan. Belter of a song. Yeah, that was the Orbison. What's it? Mustard's working on a video with Steve. They can turn darkness into light, says Steve. Say hi to Ram from me, says Alan. Total gent. And of course, Alan has met Ram and eaten his food. Ram's a legend, says Peter P. Ruddy typical, says Ian. One of the coldest nights for a few weeks. I think it's the coldest night so far this winter season. And my electric blanket has decided to go on the wonk. Now, it's just a blanket with wires in. I checked the connection and the fuses, both fine. Has Carol Ann accepted Boaty's second proposal of marriage? Asks Andrew. I've not heard a bloody thing. She's probably run for the hills. And who could blame her? How are we doing time-wise? Oh, we're okay. We've got 18 minutes left. That's, oh, God, just bloody dribble. Boaty, you've left the gramophone on. Carol Ann, the future Mrs. Bunghole. Mrs. Bunghole. DL says, I quite unexpectedly drove past the end of your road today, Sir Boaty. Currently enjoying a weekend away in Bakewell with the family. Oh, yeah, you're just down the road. And well done on recognising my road. Did you see me, or was this in the evening when I wasn't here? If you were there at the right time, you could have seen me changing a headlight bulb or washing a car. Boaty, is this channel on GP prescription for the NHS? Absolutely not, unfortunately. Alan says, I feel like you need to find some way of wiring up the classic dial phone in Officer Crabtree. Batman Rubin says, where I live, there's a Halfords next to a range. Headlamp bulbs H7, which is the one I had to buy today, in Halfords are about a tenner. In the range, they're £1.50. What happened to the goggles, says Steve Cole? A very good question. I decided not to use the goggles. Instead, I decided to do something that I used to do back in the day when I was an athlete and see if it still worked. I simply commanded my body to repair itself and to be as good as it had been. And I put myself into a kind of trance and just, it's difficult to describe this, and just concentrated on the area of my body that was the problem, obviously in this case my eyes, and I just tried to use the power of thought to rectify the situation, to use my strength to repair myself, and it's worked. I'm on the same iPad and I can read the comments perfectly fine now without the glasses. So there you go. That is the power of positive thought in action. And and I think what also helped was during my trance, um, and trying to channel positivity and trying to think about the interconnectedness of all things. I also thought that I'm sure I remembered that there was an option in the iPad settings menu to make text bigger. So I went and looked for that, found it, made the text bigger, and that has also slightly helped. But it's mostly the power of positive thought and self repair. Hey, all in chat, and Mr. Boaty says, John Studley, it's okay, Emma, I understand, no worries. And that was in response to Emma saying that that when he messaged her, um, she was having a really difficult patch and she was just hiding away from everybody, and then she forgot all about it. We've all been there, haven't we? The hedgehog needs some exercise, says Steve Coke. And Matron has popped a link to John's channel. And John is aiming to get to 100 subs before Christmas. Does John get a John Studley Award when he hits 100? Totally he does. And Andrew's just subbed, so there you go. He should have 88 now. Gosh, says Matron, Boaty's got my collection caper planned video spot on. Yeah, I thought so. Pilo rice is very, very nice. I'm a tad behind in the videos again, says Andrew. Has the B&B ground to a halt? Oh, God, I don't want to talk about it now. Oh, honestly, I'm not doing this. After the end of this year, I'm not doing this. Unless there is a substantive change in something, I ain't doing this. I'm 43 years old plus VAT. I'm not going to waste any more time living in hope and expectation. If by the end of the year, if something isn't moving and shaking and made a positive, different change in my life, then sod it. I'm not relying on other people. Then, for better or for worse, and it might lead to total disaster, I'm going to do my own bloody thing and concentrate on it fully and be prepared to take the consequences if it all goes to hell in a handbasket. John, says Simone, you have 90 subscribers now. Oh, thanks, community. Means a lot, says John. 93 now, says Peter P. Bloody hell. Is he going to get to 100 before the end of tonight's live stream? That would be amazing. I hope it doesn't come to the point where you have to walk, says Alan. I know how much you regard them as family. That's a difficult thing. I totally do. And I know that it's a two-way street. I know that that's the way they think of me. But they're all in a different situation to me. Their baseline is if everything doesn't change, stays the same, I'm accumulating wealth, I'm buying property, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So yeah, I might have plans, I might have ambitions, but if everything just stays at the baseline, it's all good. My baseline is I'm getting further in debt every day, every week, every month, and I'm getting older. And how much longer can I realistically keep doing this? Please God, touch wood. I'm young at heart. I'm young in mind. My brain is fully active. I'm fit. I'm capable of doing an 18 hours day of work, and I'm capable of doing that 7 days a week. not a problem. But I'm not going to be able to do that forever. You know, I need to be, and I've got no pension, I've got no security for the future. I need to be making things happen that are going to mean that I'm going to be okay. Hello, trumpet blower, says Captain Mustard. Boaty's going to get assertive with the B&B, which it needs, says Jimmy F500. If I was dealing with it, you know, if nothing else, right, if I had the chat with Bishnu and Bishnu said, I haven't got the time or inclination or anything to deal with this, then fine. But, you know, but if he was to say to me, look, I will give you complete authority to deal with it, and whatever you decide, I will go along with, I would take that. I would take that because I could sort the bloody landlord out. We were talking about this tonight. We were talking about, you know, the difficulties of moving, the pros and cons of relocating, all of that, and we were talking about how to deal with the landlord. And they're all taking a much more placatory line than I would. I would be a lot harder. And I think that I'm right because I think I know that landlord. The landlord is a kid. He's only in his bloody 20s or 30s or something. He inherited his father's property empire, right? Now, he doesn't need the income from our building. The same as Bishnu doesn't need the income. It's just people who don't need things. So my reading of the landlord is that, right, you can say he doesn't need the income, he doesn't need, so if we threaten to leave, he would say, oh, well, whatever, go, blah, blah, blah. My reading of the landlord is he doesn't want any grief. He's inherited, he's probably living a lovely life. He's miles away from us. He's down on the south coast or in the south somewhere. I tell you what he doesn't want. What he doesn't want is grief. That's what he doesn't want. And I bet you anything you like, he doesn't want to sell the property. We've offered to buy it. He doesn't want to sell because prices are down. I guarantee you that he would not want the grief of having to find new tenants for both upstairs and downstairs in that building. And I reckon that if you pushed him properly, then he would fall into line. And that is exactly what I would do. I would say, look, we've tried doing things your way. We've had your guys in there upstairs doing fuck all, going on holiday. We can't run a business like this. It's absolutely ridiculous. You've got three options. Option one, right? Sort your people out. Get all of the work that needs to be done to the required standard within 3 working weeks by the end of November, right? That's option one. And that would include fully redecorating the restaurant downstairs because we threw 12 grand at decorating that restaurant earlier this year or the back end of last year. And it all now needs doing again because upstairs is so fucked that all of the dampers can come down and ruined our decoration and whatnot. So there's your option one. Option two, if you've thrown 60 grand at these people, then you're an idiot, and you're just going to have to lose it. Because option two is we put our people in to get this work done, and you're footing the bill, matey. Or option three, we're off. We don't need this. This building is not that perfect. Yeah, okay, we've been in this footprint for a while. We've got customers know where we are, but we've got a brand. We can go and buy another property and not have to deal with your shit. So those are your options. You choose. And yeah, I would just go there, and I would be prepared. Don't ever do that to somebody unless you're prepared to absolutely call their bluff. And if he says, okay, go, then go. I think it would be the best thing. There's a property the other side of the town square. It's going up for auction, and it's going to go for nothing, because all commercial property is going for nothing in town centres at the moment. Now, it's a massive space, a lot bigger than we've got. It's currently set up for retail, but I would imagine, I would have to research this, but I would imagine that a change in planning permission wouldn't be a problem, because councils are desperate to get, attract, or keep businesses in their towns where every other building is bloody empty or a charity shop. So, yeah. Sorry, ranting on about this. It's really annoying me. It's I'm trying to think of the phrase. It's responsibility without power. The something of the eunuch throughout the ages. It's really, really, really annoying, and we're all getting a bit pissed off with it. So something's going to have to come to a head. Something's going to have to come to a head. It's utterly ridiculous that I go to work tonight. I walk into a restaurant where the wallpaper's peeling off the walls. There's damp here, there, and everywhere. I've got no ceiling outside of my lavatories. I've got what's supposed to be an Airbnb that was going to be open next month, and it's still, I don't even know what state it's in. I'm just fucking fed up with it all. I really am. I'm losing subscribers, says Emma. If you want to take a look at what Boaty's Monday night co-host gets up to, please take a look at my channel, and gives you the link to do exactly that. I'm 100% with you on this, Jason. The landlord needs to put up or shut up now, and that's from John, and I agree. Hey, Captain Horseradish's twin brother, says Emma. I love Captain Horseradish. That is my favourite. That is my favourite thing of our joint live streams. Captain Horseradish should have his own channel, I think. Go and take over the old little chef in Sheffield, says Alan. Register the Kathmandu Gurkha name, Boaty, says Andrew. Oh, it's already registered up the wazoo. But we've registered Kathmandu Gurkha. So all everybody else does is put Gurkha in the title. Gurkha Sizzler, Gurkha Palace, Gurkha this, Gurkha that. To the extent, we were the only restaurant in the UK with Gurkha in their name. And now a Gurkha restaurant is a thing. Nepalese restaurants is known as Gurkha restaurants because everybody puts Gurkha in the title. And literally, you go into any Nepalese restaurant in the UK, and nobody thinks outside of the box. Every single menu is a direct copy or very slightly indirect copy of our original menu at Clay Cross. The same bloody dishes. And again, this is a massive frustration. It makes us the same as everybody else, but we were the first and we're the best. And we should be innovating and we should be leading. And I've told you this and I've told them this. We need to be changing. We need to be bringing the changes. So every other Gurkha restaurant in the UK is doing a facsimile of our menu. So we change it. And what we do is we start to bring in genuine, authentic Nepali dishes. And that's the way that we set ourselves apart. Do it gradually, introducing people. The food is better. I promise you, authentic Nepalese food is a million times better than a fucking chicken tikka masala. And it's not all about spice level. If you don't want spice, fine, not a problem. But oh, honestly, I'm just so annoyed and frustrated by this whole thing that I just want to walk away from it all and do something myself, so that if I fail, I've got nobody else to blame, just me. Oh, that's what I've always done throughout my life. I can't remember being in this situation, allowing myself to be in this situation before, where my life can effectively get fucked up by other people's ineptitude, and it's a mistake, and it needs to change. The end of the year, the end of the year, 2025 will not be the same. It might end up being a lot worse, but it'll be down to me and nobody else. Really taking the pee with the building work, you're not kidding. There's a Gurkha restaurant in Crieff in Scotland, says Bad Books. Oh, there's one everywhere, and we know them all. I've been to Crieff. I worked in Crieff during holidays when I was a student. Some messages for you.
Another idea, why don't you ask him, will he back you to do another restaurant? About you setting one up yourself, going into partnership with him. Like you've been a silent partner, if you get what I mean, sir. Or you asking for 6 months of the lease when he does the other place up, and then you start paying him. You know, in the Ripley, I think it is, sir. Not just that, your food hygiene will go down if they come and access the building, sir. They'll see it's not as clean because the mold and everything. If you got a 5 now, it could go to 3 or 4, and that could affect business, sir.
Kills the mold off as you go along.
Yep, I'm very aware of that. I did broach the subject. Somebody, I won't name names. That wouldn't be okay. Somebody suggested what Mr. Paddy suggested there, just opening a new restaurant in partnership with Bish, and they would back me financially. I broached that with Bish, and he said, "Yep, absolutely, I would love to do that." But then they went cold on the idea. The person who was going to be backing me. So it would be an option, but 6 to 9 Food Ket joined us and says, "Hi all, bit fed up. I'll be depressed here if that's okay." Absolutely okay. We totally, yeah. I've always said that the community is here for everybody, and if you're having a bad time and a live stream or 2 needs to be about you, fine, we'll go with it. No problem. Not a problem. We've got a couple of Nepaleses here in Aberdeen, says Alan. One does Momo. Haven't tried it yet. Steve Hogg says, rumour has it Tom's working on a Rover 75 in another yard. I need to find me a local Momo joint, says Emma. Yep, it's okay to say the word bollocks right now, says Mustard. I used to work in Crieff, says Alan. A great fun student job working in a distillery. Not a bad wee place. Airplane on TV, good background. Yeah, looks like I picked the word the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Airplane quote. Boaty, why are you feeding the flowers lemon juice? I didn't know I was. Me too, Boaty, says Mustard. I need my lucky break, and I always believe it's just around the corner. I've felt like this for 3 years now. Yeah, yeah. How the F can the builders be on holiday again? Cox. I don't know. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Bad Book says all employers must offer a workplace pension by law, the same as minimum wage. But in the real world, they don't. The same as in the real world, not everybody stops at a red light. Not everybody obeys the speed limit. Not everybody pays every single bit of tax that they should pay. Not every American president cedes defeat graciously and hands over. Yeah, I mean, the law is one thing, enforcing it is quite another. Hubnut's lost loads of views since you stole his glasses. Oh dear. Right, I'm whizzing through the comments, darlings, because it's kind of time to go. It really is. Ineptitude, good word. It's a great word. It's a great word. There we are. There we are. There we are. Another gate to add to the list. Build a gate. Right, darlings, we've reached the end of the comments, and good night, chat, and good night, Boaty, says John. And yeah, say good night, everybody. I need to thank you all just for being here, being with me, bearing with while I rant about my own personal frustrations. Oh, we should pound the box before we go, shouldn't we? There we are. I had no pound coins in the till tonight, so tomorrow I might need to start changing the quite large number of pound coins in here for notes. I think we're getting to that point. Look, feel how heavy it is. There's quite a few in there. I reckon there's over £10 in there. Actually, how much is there in there? I can't remember when we started doing it. There's got to be a fair few quid in there, surely. So yeah, there we are. There we are. So you've got a beans on toast Saturday brunch thing tomorrow. There'll be a Sunday lunch live. That's what I'm planning. Get back to that. There'll be a Monday at the yard. And I'll be planning the Snowdonia road trip for a week on Monday. Again, it's going to be dependent on finances, but I need it. I need it. I need a break. I need some Snowdonia in my life. I need a road trip. I need to get to know Officer Crabtree and all of that stuff. What I need is a video with 1 million views that earns me 2,000 quid. That would be lovely. Right, okay, darlings, it is time to go. Gosh, it's coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Thank you so much for your company tonight. I really appreciate you bearing with me. I know it's been a bit of a personal rant, but yeah, there we go. Sending love to everybody who needs it. I wish you all an amazing weekend, or at least a reasonably splendid weekend, or at the very least a tolerable weekend, or at the very, very least, I hope you've all got a roof over your head, some food to put into your stomach, and I hope that you are warm. Oh, we love you too, Batman Rubin. And yeah, let's hope it's onwards and upwards for all of us, really. Oh, so Richard and Lady Morris are actually booked in for MOT. Excellent. Well, that is one positive for Monday. Dicker Dum Dum's going in for his MOT, and thank you. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Okay, let's just bugger off. I've got curry to eat. You've got beds to go to. I wish you all a safe and peaceful night. I'm so grateful, as always, for your company tonight. Honestly, I can't tell you how much it means to me. I'd be pulling my hair out if I was just coming home to an empty cottage and I didn't have you guys in my life. You make it all bearable somehow, and I'm just really grateful to each and every one of you. Have the best day. Have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day you can tomorrow. If you can take joy from it anywhere, anyhow, please do. Take really good care of yourselves. Take care of those that you love and who love you. And oh, blew that leaf. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, Saturday Night Live, 11:30. All my love to you all. Thank you so much. Good night. See you next time. And on that note, pachoo, and indeed, bosh.